Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Earlier today I made a video regarding an attack on a military base in Belarus, right by the capital of Belarus, Minsk, and there were some explosions, and now we found out, or I found out, who were the ones responsible for those explosions that destroyed an A-50 Russian big plane. And let's get it on with this article coming from Ukrainska Pravda. Belarusian partisans sabotaged in Machulitsky. This is the plane these guys blew up. So this article comes from today, on February 26, 2023. Belarusian partisans are involved in sabotage at the Machulitsky airbase in Belarus, as a result of which a Russian military aircraft was damaged. Source: Alexander Azarov, head of the BYPOL initiative, in comments from Nasha Niva and Belsat, Belaruski Hajun, an independent Belarusian military monitoring media outlet. Azarov confirmed to Nasha Niva that the sabotage in Machulinsky was arranged by Belarusian partisans. Azarov said in a comment to the Belsat that the Russian A-50 aircraft was attacked from the air. The attack was conducted with the help of drones by the members of the Victory Plan. They are safe now. According to Azarov, the operation was being prepared for several months. With US help, I would like to know. Quote from Azarov: "These were drones. The participants of the operations are Belarusians, participants of the Victory Plan. They are safe now outside the country. Everyone has gone. Let them now look for wind in the field." End quote. More details. According to BIPOL, the front and central parts of the aircraft, the avionics and the radar antenna of the A-50 long-range radar tracking aircraft of the Russian Air Force were damaged as a result of two explosions. So that's why they had them right here, what they destroyed. All right, let's see what else. The Belaruski Hajun reported the registration number of the damaged plane is RF 50608, board number 43, red, factory number 00934793777, serial number 60-05. The aircraft arrived in Belarus on January 3, 2023, and has currently been in the Belarus for 54 days, making 12 flights. Before this, the previous time, the aircraft arrived in Belarus on February 24, 2022. There are only 9 such aircraft in the air and space from the Russian Federation. In addition, there are only 6 improved ones with the U modification. One such aircraft is served by 19 people, 5 for flight, 11 for the radio, and 3 engineering and technical personnel. According to Belaruski Hajun, the cost of such an aircraft is $330 million. That's $330 million. Background. Explosions occurred at the Machulinsky airbase in Minsk Oblast in Belarus on Sunday morning. There is no information about the damaged Russian aircraft. Now let's see where this thing is. So here is Machulinsky, and we're gonna make it a little bit bigger here, go deep in the air, and we have Minsk here. So we are in Minsk. So if these guys were able to blow this up right here, well, nothing is safe. Obviously they say it was drones, because otherwise they have to say, well, actually it was from Ukraine, which is right here is the border, right, and here's Kiev. So that would have been about, it's 50 kilometers, so let's say 50, 100, about 200 miles, I would say, from the border. So it should have been some long-range missile. Now, this is a better map right here. We have Belarus here, we have Minsk, we have Ukraine with Kiev. So if it was if there were drones here, which I don't know if there were drones, but anyway, if there were some long-range missile sent from here, launched from here, would be at least 200 miles here, which is more than anything that the Ukraine has, aside from those Soviet-era drones that hit close to Moscow and hit those Russian military airfields in Engels 2 base, military airfield. So now what? Who are those people? Obviously they are. They say they are some Belarusians, and they're out of the country. Where did they fly to Russia? I don't think so. So it's either Poland. Let's go back to this map here. So where could they be outside? Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, Ukraine, or Poland. Polsce. Let's see. So what could that be? Or they're still right here, but they just say, "Oh no, we left the country." Well, besides, it's not the point where these guys are. The thing is, they say, "Oh, that's Belarusian." Who are the Russians going to hit now? Because if you remember when September 11 attacks on Washington and Washington D.C., right? The Pentagon. I was not Washington D.C. actually, but in the area, the attacks on September 11. You remember those, right? The Americans just punched whomever. They said we're gonna react somehow, and this was the justification. We had to react. Well, it's understandable to a certain extent, because you don't make crimes in the name of, oh, I had to react. You gotta find the perpetrators, and those should be punished. On the other hand, what do the Russians expect? To be safe over there? Well, they're not. Someone tries to get these guys, Belarus, somehow in the conflict, so they can then claim, oh, you see, we can then do the same thing, even though I don't know who would like to get in a hot war, not even the Poles, which are very, very itchy, I think. Why? Because once you get in a war, you will be punched. Right now, you can punch, but you cannot be punched back. I think that even if that airplane would have been damaged by the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians would have said, yes, it was us, so kiss my butt, what would the Russians say? Or what would the Belarusians say? You attacked us? Well, just a second. You use those ones and other planes to take off from your military airfields, go and bombard, attack our country, and you want me not to hit you back? It's kind of like lame. But as I said before, this is a very controlled war, very strange war. And this is with all kind of barriers. Well, I give you these weapons, but you don't shoot inside Russia, but the Russians can shoot inside your country. What the is this? I'm going to give you this HIMARS, but you can't, I'm not going to shoot further than 50 miles. But now I'm going to give you HIMARS that you can shoot, 150 miles. What changed? I mean, why was it, but you can't shoot in Crimea, you can shoot only here. I don't know, it's just kind of weird how this war is proceeding. Anyway, the point is that was hit. These guys say that, oh, we were the ones, the partisans, okay. And we'll see how the Russians, or more, not really the Russians, I would like to know how the Belarusians will react. Lukashenko is about to go to China to visit Xi Jinping. So I don't know if he's already flying there or he's still in his country. Nevertheless, they have to react somehow. We'll see how what their reaction would be. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.